Hello there. It's Karen Connolly in her own little courage room in Toronto. And in the last few days, I've been speaking to people both in my practice and online about stress, distractedness, resurgence of PTSD symptoms because of the unique, extraordinary circumstances that we are all living through right now. I've also been posting a little bit about growing up under religious fundamentalist reign of terror, believing in the end of the world and thinking a lot as a child about the impending doom and the end of the world. And I have a number of clients who also are from fundamentalist backgrounds. So that's been a theme in my therapy sessions in the last few days, and it's something that I've been thinking about a lot myself as a former fundamentalist. So I want to share with people who are experiencing anxiety, maybe a short fuse of temper, maybe a resurgence of some PTSD symptoms. I want to share some very, very basic physical exercises, very simple, very easy things that we can do to help us calm down. And believe me, I've been doing all of these myself in the last few days. In fact, I do yoga on a regular basis, and yoga is really one of these forms of exercise, these physical modalities. It's called bilateral stimulation. So tactile, visual, auditory, these are different forms of stimulation that affect the body and therefore also affect the brain. Bilateral stimulation, there have been lots of studies done on it now, shows to have a calming effect on the brain by stimulating the body on one side and then the other side. That's what bilateral means. It refers to both sides of the body, but both sides of the brain. And ancient Eastern exercise and medical systems understood the inherent connections between body, brain, spirit. So yoga is one of the most ancient forms of bilateral stimulation. When we do an asana on the right side, we then do an asana on the left side. We even out the physical and emotional and spiritual affect on both sides of the body. So one way I like to start this is simply by putting a hand on my heart area, my heart chakra, and just being present. Another recognition in yoga is that bone-on-bone contact is very calming. We hold ourselves, hold the heart. And then I'm sitting here, you can't see my feet, but my feet are bare. You can do this without bare feet, but it helps, and I think it's probably a little bit more effective if your feet are bare. Simply put your feet on the floor when you've been activated, especially if you're really upset, if you're having a crying jag, if you're furious about something. And everybody's tempers are a little volatile right now. We're all a little sensitive, unless we're repressing our sensitivity. Even so, put your feet on the floor if you're feeling a bit activated or anxious or whatever your disturbing emotion is. And simply feel your feet. Lift up the toes on your right side, lift up the toes on your left. If you have a few minutes, just feel the difference on the right side compared to the left side. Be aware of the feeling in your feet. If you are actively dealing with significant PTSD or anxiety symptoms, sometimes you cannot feel your feet right away. But if you rest in this position and you move your toes or your heels a little, the feeling will come back into your feet. So you're grounding. You're literally finding ground through your feet. So again, Lift up your toes, right side, left side. It's a wonderful way to just allow you to come back into your body. And you can do it anywhere. And you can also show your kids how to do this when they're feeling upset. Just a way to come back into the body. And when we breathe, remember to breathe not just into the chest, but way down into the lower lungs, into the belly. So another little piece of bilateral stimulation after you do the feet on the floor is simply take your right hand and touch your left knee. Left hand, right knee. And it doesn't matter which way you go. Just touch the opposite knee or thigh with the opposite hand. Yeah. And bring up an image of being calm, being in the body. Tapping is itself a whole other therapy that is really based on bilateral stimulation as well. Very, very good grounding exercise. And again, going for a walk provides us with some very basic bilateral stimulation. Doing some dancing around in the kitchen is also a form of bilateral stimulation. Again, I know that this is a very activating time for a lot of people, myself included. So from my little courage room, I offer you lots of courage and ground for this time. I hope you're well. And if not well, I hope you'll feel better soon. I know it's not easy. Take care, and thank you for listening. And please feel free to let me know if any of these work for you, or even if they don't, you think it's completely ridiculous. I'm still offering you and sending you lots of courage and love. Take care.